OCR launch prices are going to be hitting 2,700 to 2,800 in just 6 to 12 months time. Can you afford it? And what can we do about our new launch prices as homeowners and investors? I'm Sarah X, founder of Miracle Homes, and I help families like yours make good, sound investment decisions on their real estate in order to help you increase your net worth over time, because real estate is one of the most important ways that we as Singaporeans grow our wealth. If you like videos like these and you hope to learn more about the real estate market, I hope you'll share, subscribe, and like so that you get notifications every time a video like that comes out, which is every week. Now, I want to quickly discuss this because this is the first government land sale that concluded after the new rulings about increased seller stamp duty. Not only is it increased in percentage from 12 to 16% in the first year of your sale after you have purchased, it would also be 4 years before you get to have completely zero seller stamp duty at all. However, given this backdrop, developers still are showing strong confidence with 7 different bidders bidding for the Tuan Grove government land sale site, with the highest bid at 1,376 by Sing Land as well as Sunway, meaning that the launch price of 2,728 is going to be something very, very soon in the market for an OCR site. Now, this is going to be a really, really short video for you because I want you to just take away with a bang on what you can do and how you can take action. Because if OCR prices are going to be launching 2.7 to 2.8, it is going to be very safe for you to enter an RCR project that is within the 2,600 PSF range right now in the current market, because those are based on older government land sale prices. So what I want to share is a little bit shocking, right? Because I want to show you the comparison of Tuan Grove versus Tuan Park. Now, Tuan Park was sold at 1,259 PSF PPR and led to an average sale price and launch price of 2,500 over PSF. Now, hasn't even hit 2,006 on an average yet. And this particular site is considered at the RCR. Now, why is that the case? It happens that both of these sites are located above and below the Lorong Tuan MRT, which means that while one is actually in the south of Lorong Tuan MRT, it's considered part of the Bradle subzone, which is RCR, City Fringe. However, Tuan Grove is actually on the north, which is in Serangoon planning area, and hence considered OCR, which is outside of the city fringe or the city core, whichever way you want to put it. And OCR tends to be associated with you having of a lower pricing because it is not as close and central, but we're really like straddling right now that OCR RCR border, which makes this so unique. Because if you can get Tuan Park today for less than 2,600 PSF, the OCR site opposite, right, which is going to launch at 2007, is going to guarantee you to have that capital gain on your current RCR Tuan Park new launch. Okay, so if you are really looking for a value buy in the market right now with 100% guaranteed capital gain, please, you have to consider whether or not you want to buy RCR or even an OCR project that is within the 2,001 to 2,400 PSF, because the future OCR benchmark is going to be already starting at 2007 with this particular new launch. So what we're going to be seeing is an inversion, because for the first time, there's going to be something like, an OCR project like Tuan Grove being marketed side by side with Nava Grove, an RCR project 1 kilometer to Henry Park, only going for about 2,400, 2,500 per square foot. Isn't that crazy? So here's where I want to recommend you some value buys as a takeaway, and you must consider this carefully and take action quickly, because choice units are still available in the market, especially larger units that will give you more bite and more investment for you to have that return. For example, if you buy a 1,000 square feet versus a 700 square feet house, any increase in PSF will be in the multiples of the size of the unit that you bought. So let's say the whole market goes up by 300 per square foot and you own a 700 square foot 2-bed or 2+ study. You take that and you're going to get about 210,000 out in terms of your overall gain. But if you had bought 1,000 square feet 3-bedroom, or even better, 1,400 square foot 4-bedder, right, let's say at the Ori, and the market goes up by 300 square foot, you're talking about a minimum of a 300,000 or even a $400 over $1,000 capital gain with the same amount of time. Guys, Time is the thing that we can't get back, right? Money, we can stretch our loan, we can show funds so that we can actually be more invested in the market. But time we cannot get back because of this seller stamp duty being now extended to 4 years instead of just 3. So if I were you, a few key takeaways I would be looking at right now in the market. Number one, look at RCR buys that are below the 2,600 threshold, because in time, with the OCR going up to 2,728, it is not going to be difficult to imagine us reselling this in the future for easily 2.8 or even 2.9 PSF for an RCR good location project with good schools, MRT, etc. Okay, some projects to consider. Number one, I mentioned Tuan Park. Number two, Ori. Now, Ori 5 bedrooms especially, it's going to be a dearth of 5 bedrooms in the Toa Payoh region. So take a look at the Ori. The third one would be Pine Tree Hill and Nava Grove, because these are within the Henry Park schools and they are going to be TOPing quite early in terms of, end 2026, early 2027, compared to those that are launching this year that will only TOP 2028. Okay, so those are some to look at in the RCR. Now, I would also encourage you to, if possible, look at the bigger units in these areas, of course. And if you want to be a bit more budget friendly, there are also interesting OCR projects you can look at, including Elta and Clementi, and that comes off the back of 2 very successful other new launches just adjacent to them, Clairvaughn and the Clementi Canopy. Now, even though it's not exactly next to the MRT station, it's just like 1 bus stop down, so kind of walkable. And even though it's near the AYE, people don't care because the facilities are good, the catchment is good, there are good schools, there's a mature neighborhood. So Elta is going to be a proven OCR project for you to consider as well. The other one, Hill Haven, because the D23 area is just adjacent to the Beauty World transformation happening at District 21. It's just 1 MRT stop walking distance. So if you haven't looked at Hill Haven, these 2, I tell you, are going to pop off. All right. And of course, if you have already bought the Lentor projects, of which is 100% sold out, Lentor projects are going to be the bomb because of the new township that the government is investing into. So definitely one to look forward to as well. In conclusion, current OCR launches between 2001 and 2003 might be a thing of the past. And so if you can get an OCR project for even less than that, like Hillhaven, or currently within that range, like Elta, you are going to be a winner already. Whichever one you choose, whether it's a current OCR launch within the 2.1 to 2.3 or even less PSF, whether you're looking at an RCR less than 2006 or an OCR 2001 to 2003 PSF, guys, either direction is very safe because both Bayshore as well as Tuan Grove have had the same 1,300 plus PSF PPR, which will lead to your 2,728,000. Oh my gosh, for OCR, guys. Well, of course, you must say, but Bayshore is prime, right? Why is Bayshore prime? Bayshore has had no new launches in the area, District 16, and the new Thomson East Coast Line is obviously going to be very, very up and coming to offer that connectivity. And also because of its proximity to East Coast Park and a lot of lifestyle amenities, and being adjacent to District 15, which is known, right, for its lifestyle and for its appeal. You have the sea, you have the sand, you have the sun, right, at Bayshore. So it's got really good branding, I must say. Some golden principles I like to leave for you, for sellers. Don't sell without a plan because cash is trash. If you have cash and you put it in the stock market, it could go anytime because of the crazy volatility. Have a plan of where you're going to be investing that cash portion of what you're going to be selling. Right? When you get back, you're going to get that cash portion. Have a plan of what you want to do with it so that you're not kind of staying out of market for too long. For buyers, please make sure you have a 15 to 20% buffer on what you can afford on a monthly basis. Do not overstretch yourself. And ensure that you have a sound investment advice from your financial planner to make sure that you can afford the mortgage and you won't have to sell in distress, especially now that SSD rates are going to be increased and the time is going to be 4 years. 3 golden principles for buyers to take note of. Number 1, start investing and saving as early as you can in real estate, because your loans actually are much more favorable the younger you are. The second thing is, if you can, try to constantly increase your net worth, which means that if you can afford it, look into being able to release that property and get something that's of a higher value that will appreciate even more in the long term. And number 3, please have an emergency fund of 12 to 18 months and have a 20% buffer in your mortgage payments, because tough times may or may not be coming up. We don't know, we cannot predict. So it's always good to make sure you have that buffer so that you don't feel pressure to sell, especially with the 4-year SSD right now. And by the way, if you're purely buying, it is better for you to enter the market now rather than saving up for what you can afford, because you risk being outpriced if you wait another 6 months to a year. As you can see, the year has already changed so much in the new launch market, and I haven't even gone to the land market yet, which I also have other videos about if you want to look at. So please take my advice, look at what's on the market now, and buy what you can when you can, rather than waiting it out and risk being further outpriced. If you like my video, I hope you'll like, share, and subscribe. I hope to see you again next week for more videos like this. See you soon. I'm Sarah X, founder of Miracle Homes.